Oh, we've just got a great level of trust in our guys. They trust each other. They make plays. They're all individually really talented, and then collectively when they put it together, they can do tremendous things. And so just trying to maintain that confidence in their ability. We get a lot of shots up throughout the week. Sectional week was long. We saw a lot of packed in 2-3 zones that weren't real complex. And then Adams Central was big, physical. I think a lot of people underestimate how good they are. They've got a lot of talent. School's all-time leading scorer. And so that was a good test, a good battle for our guys to know we can go on the road and we can grind one out, down there at South Adams. And then Tipton was completely opposite. They're athletic guards, they're big guards, they like to get up shots, they like to score, and it tested us defensively. So when you compare, the offensive schemes and the defensive schemes, our guys they're locked into what's going on right now.
When you look at Gary, 21st century, both Gage and Josh mentioned that they're one of the few 2A teams that can match up with you height-wise and size-wise across the board. How do you go about preparing for a team that matches up well with you physically, whereas most teams are just able to not?
Yeah, I mean, it's complements to our schedule. It's like combining a Wayne and a Dwenger in terms of size, physicality of a Bishop Dwenger, athleticism, guard play of a Wayne, and obviously two local teams that are playing great basketball right now. But with our schedule and being battle tested, it combines a lot of our opponents into one. We haven't seen an opponent on our schedule with their athleticism, size, physicality, but we've also seen several opponents who are very similar to what Gary does. They're a tremendous team. We've been on a collision course with them, I feel like, most of the year. When you look at the standings, all the rankings, rating systems that are out there, they've had a great year. They're battle tested, and they're up in 2A now, and we get a great opportunity to compete against them.
As a head coach in this first year, there's generally a feeling out process between players and coaches. How have you guys been able to hit the ground running and advance this far and make it seem relatively seamless at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate to be with Mark for those 3 years as an assistant, and what they do is really good. And being just able to compromise and know we don't need to change everything overnight. I feel like our defensive approach has changed and shifted as the year's gone on, and we're in a really good spot with it. On the offensive end, Mark loved offense. He loved scoring. He loved to trust his players, and those are all values that I hold near and dear to what I want to do as a coach. So I think that background of having been with Coach was able to help the transition at the beginning. And then just building up the guys, building their confidence. Again, I mentioned earlier, they're tremendously talented. They're great young men. And when they all mesh together, it becomes really fun to coach.
Continuing off of that theme, just overall, how satisfied are you with how this first year has gone, and what would it mean to end that first year down in Indy?
Well, I mean, I think that's always the goal. Any year you're coaching, that's always the goal. With this group that I was able to inherit, they had high expectations for themselves, and my job early in the year was to keep them in the moment, to make sure they were enjoying each step of the process. And I feel like they've done that. They're hungry each day in the gym. We're in late March, basketball here, and each day is a blessing to be in the gym with these guys, and it's fun to sit back and watch them because they're loving every moment that they're together too.
I see you already got a banner up there that's someone's going to have to go up there and do some maintenance anyway, so you might as well put another one up, right?
I mean, we've got the best AD in the world, so I mean, I think he's willing to get on that lift. I'm not a heights guy, so I'm going to trust Joel. He does a tremendous job. But whether we get to that point or not, I'm just beyond proud of how the guys have handled the ups, the downs, the battle of what's been a grind of a season emotionally. And so I'm just beyond proud of our guys and how they've handled things.
There's a chance you guys can play too Saturday. Obviously, you got the first early one. As a coach, how do you kind of prepare your team to go through an early game and then possibly playing competing late that night as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you kind of got to take what you get with the state tournament, and it's a great opportunity to compete. There are 4 tremendous teams, represented there at Logansport this weekend. So if and when we get to that point, it's going to be a great opportunity. But our focus is on that first one, making sure we're locked in, ready to go. These guys have been in the gym. They've played basketball their whole lives. They played AAU their whole lives. I mean, 2 games is difficult for me to prep and prepare, but for these guys, 2 opportunities to go play the game they love, play it together, represent our school, our community, and our Lord well. They're hungry for that.